So we think that it's essential for public transit to go green, to reduce shift and improve, and for there to be an increase in public transport, and that people need to get out of their cars and get on public transportation as a key solution to the climate change crisis, which is cascading all around us. So for the first time this year, at the ATU convention, we passed a climate change resolution which drew the lines, connected the dots between public transport and climate change. Some of our locals have experienced this firsthand in Superstorm Sandy, in Katrina, and so it was very easy for those individuals to understand it. They came out en masse for the People's Climate March. In 2014 was a big success, participated by the New York locals and New Jersey locals in the New York area, but some others understand it on a different level, and some of our locals in Connecticut are engaged, and we're about to survey our members and see who really wants to get involved in this and how much it means to people who are really ready to dedicate their time and energy for probably the worthiest of causes. Well, it's not always easy to see how something that happens around the world affects you. But once the destruction of the superstorms that I talked about, the hurricanes that I talked about, came home for people, now that we have droughts, floods, and fires, it is really, if people stop and think about it, it's like the 7 plagues in the Bible that's actually going on here. It's really historic. And people are, I believe, waking up and seeing that what their local action does, whether you switch to electric vehicles, if you can, electric buses, and you go as green as you can, you install solar panels on your house, and all these things, draws the connection between, worldwide events and repercussions and local action. So I think that's important, and I think that our public transport project here can connect those dots on a global level. So actually in the US we have actually a unit which we call Americans for Transit, and it's a separate group that works with the union to bring the riders, the riders' aspirations, the riders' hopes, the riders' issues to the forefront. Because the riders' issues are the same issues as our members' issues. The riders and the workers both want a safe environment to work in, whether it's assaults or a safe bus that has brakes, that has heat in the winter and air conditioning in the summer, that is roach-free, that is clean. That all works for both the riders and the workers. And low fares, because we live in these communities, low fares are important to us. We want service out there so that ourselves, our families, our children can get to jobs without having to own 2, 3, or 4 cars. So these are issues that dovetail together for riders and workers, and then we can understand the larger picture of the various corporations that are just trying to get profit out of this, and that's their only concern. They don't care what happens to the communities. So I think it can join those things up on those levels.